What is going on, everyone? Welcome to our Top 6 Times YouTube Horror Movie channel. As you know, I'm your host and creator, Marcus. We are in for a fun one today as we have a live watch party for Saw 2. This was supposed to happen a couple weeks ago. You guys already know, had some personal things going on, so I had to push it back. But we are here today. I was going to actually do this on Friday, 4th of July, but then I just thought about it. I'm like, everybody's going to be out with their families. Everybody's going to be out, enjoying the fireworks and enjoying Independence Day. So it just made a lot more sense to move it to today. And I'm happy to be here with you all. Happy to see everybody here. I see some of you guys here been in the chat. I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting. I had to get my computer troubleshooted up because it was acting funny. But we are here now, and this is definitely going to be a fun time. Saw 2, live watch party. To me, one of the best sequels in horror movie history. I feel like this sequel here, it definitely rivals the original. I want to say it rivals it, like it's better than it, but you can make the case that you do enjoy it more than the original. And that's why I think this particular sequel is so iconic and it is so loved by not just Saw fans, but horror fans in general, because of how well paced, how well shot, how the story unfolds, and the character work in this movie as well. So again, we are in for a fun time, and I'm greatly appreciative of everybody who is here to enjoy the movie with me and watch along. If you haven't done so already, please shoot the stream a like. It definitely helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And we will get started here shortly after I read a few of you guys' comments, and then we will do a countdown. I will also point out that Saw 2 is streaming on Amazon Prime, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango at home, and you can also find it on some of the offshore sites like 123 Movies, SFlix, all that good stuff, if you like to use those type of sites like I do. So let me get to some of you guys' comments here before we get the movie started. Hey, what's going on, Oliver? Member for 16 months. Jeez, it's been that long already, man. That's crazy. I greatly appreciate your support, man, and for you sticking with me through the darkest of days here on this channel. It is greatly appreciated, and that goes for all of you guys. You guys are awesome. But Oliver coming in with his membership chat saying Saw is the greatest franchise ever. Hey, man, I mean, I don't blame you for feeling that way. It definitely is up there as one of the best horror movie franchises. I will always say that when we wasn't getting Halloween, when we wasn't getting Scream, when we wasn't getting Jason, when we wasn't getting Michael, even when we did during the remake period, you looked forward to Saw movies every single year because every year there was a new Saw movie coming out and it owned Halloween time, So I don't blame you for, making that assumption. It definitely is a great franchise, especially with what they did. Not too many franchises can kill off their main antagonist and then still do a bunch of movies following a new antagonist that ties into the old one, still bringing the old antagonist back through flashbacks like they have throughout this franchise, so on and so forth, and keeping the story in a continuity, not only fresh, but engaging. So I don't blame you for feeling that way. Saw is definitely a great franchise for sure. And even if some don't like Jigsaw, which we will be watching this upcoming week. If some don't like Jigsaw, some don't like Spiral, me personally, especially after going back and rewatching Jigsaw a few times, I actually enjoy both Jigsaw and Spiral. So in my opinion, there's really never been a bad Saw movie in my eyes. Like, there might be some that you favor more than others, but you really, in my opinion, there's not any real bad Saw movies out there. So definitely a great franchise, Oliver, a.k.a. Billy the Puppet, because I know that's your new moniker. Okay, so let me go up to, I have to go up a little bit further because that just popped up. And I do want to acknowledge everybody that is here. Yo, what's up, King Matthew III? Seeing you commented a little bit earlier. I hope you're still here and hope you're ready to watch the movie. It's going to be a fun time. What's up, Paula? Hope you're having a great day. I hope you all have had a great 4th of July weekend. Yo, what's up, DJ? Oh, this bad boy jumped on me. Hold on. Okay, yeah, this thing just keeps jumping on me. I don't know why. Trying to get to everybody's comments, but for some reason, this bad boy just keeps jumping. And I do want to acknowledge everybody that I can. Yes, thank you for that, Shannon. And I'm glad to see you here as well. Yes, shoot the like button, stab it, kick it, elbow, drop Ric Flair, woo that son of a bitch. It definitely helps out. And glad to see you here, Shannon. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you've had a great 4th of July weekend. What's up, Patrol? I hope you're having a great day as well. Saying, hey, horror people. Okay, so now I'm caught up to where I was before. Okay, so now I can scroll back down. Awesome. Yeah, and I did see this comment, Shannon. No, I'm actually going to be rocking this one out solo. I think Destin is either working or he's got his son and stuff. So I think he's still doing things with him before he does his live watch party later and stuff. So and Dom, I haven't heard from Dom today. So I kind of wanted to go solo by myself with this anyway. You know, sometimes, you know, it's always good to have some, you know, personal time with you guys. Please do not do that, Oliver. I'm sorry for the delay. I am so sorry. Yo, what's up, Byron? Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're doing well. Glad to see you here. Nice. Thank you, Patrick. I did see that, but this just jumped on me again. Patrick saying he is at work while watching. Thank you for being here, Patrick. I greatly appreciate you, man. And I will also plug this in. This upcoming Wednesday, I will be on Have Cheetah Will Views channel, Patrick's channel. We will be doing the 8 questions live stream that we had planned a couple weeks ago. So now that has been rescheduled, and that is happening this Wednesday. And I will share the link to that. I'll share the link to that here on a post or whatnot. So you guys can head over there, shoot the like button, and join us on Wednesday evening. Yo, what's up, Val? Hashtag the general in the chat. What's going on? Saying, hey, you guys. What's going on, Val? I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you've had a great 4th of July weekend. Oh, wow. Shannon saying, I just watched Independence Day for the first time a few days ago. Nice. Yeah, I always thought that was an okay movie. I'm just such a horror slasher guy. Like, I like certain other movies like action and comedies and stuff, but I just don't delve into it like I did when I was younger. I'm strictly like, I gotta watch horror movies like 99% of the time. It has to really pique my interest in terms of other type of movies, you know, to get me invested. Like Mission Impossible, I'll watch that. You know what I mean? No problem. Easy. Love the Mission Impossible franchises. Well, franchise, I should say. Yeah, right, Patrick? Saying, let's go dip in the needle pool. Ooh, I don't know about that. I got to give it to Shawnee for pulling that off. Yo, what's up, Jerry? Glad to see you here. Hope you're having a great day, man, and a great 4th of July weekend. I did see another comment that I wanted to get to, and then we're going to get ready to start the movie, guys, because I don't want to keep you guys waiting much longer. Oliver's saying it's hard for me to watch Saw 7, the final chapter. I get it. You know what I mean? They definitely did kind of spoil the fun of that movie, in my opinion, in the opening, but I still enjoy it. Byron saying Jigsaw and 6, Spiral from the Book of Saw, a 6 out of 10 to 6.5 out of 10. Both have problems with the script writing, but the films themselves are still enjoyable. Yeah, I can agree with that. I really enjoyed Saw 6. I liked Saw 6 a lot. You know, that's just me. And I really enjoyed Spiral, you know what I mean, and stuff, and Jigsaw. You know, it took a while for me to come around to Jigsaw because I was one of those when I first saw it. I'm like, man, this was so disappointing. It wasn't that good and this and that. But then when I went back and rewatched it and I appreciated certain things that they did, especially with the idea of a cult of Jigsaw, I'm like, okay, this ain't too bad. And then in my opinion, when you watch Spiral and you see that villain and you start thinking of all the possibilities and link it in to Jigsaw, I feel like Spiral kind of helps Jigsaw be a better movie, in my opinion. That's just me, though. Do want to get to one because I've seen one comment. What's up, Biscandis? I hope you're having a great day. Tristan, no, I did not. I told you this is going to be a little bit. I have other things that I have to take care of, and I'm not going to be getting to that video for a while. So all I can ask you is to bear with me. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to get to that video for a while. I have too many other things to focus on in regards to live watch parties that I owe everybody. And I also have other things in regards to, like, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Jason news that I'm going to be catching up on as well. So again, when I can get to that, that's when I can get to it, and I'll let you know. All right, everybody. So we're about to get the movie started. All right, yeah, so I'm caught up here in the chat. So, okay, everybody, we are about to start the movie. Of course, as you know, I will do a 5-second countdown, and then we're going to get this bad boy started. So, everybody in the chat, let me know if you are ready. And then we'll get started. I want to make sure everybody is, linked up together on the same, on the same wavelength. Okay, cool. Val saying she's ready. Awesome, awesome. Oliver saying he's ready. Awesome. Man, that's another thing, too. I'm just looking at the timestamp on this. This movie's only an hour and 34 minutes. Like, that's not that long of a movie, and what they do in this movie, how they pack everything in, is nothing short of phenomenal, especially for a movie that's literally only 95 minutes long, basically. Nice, Biscandis. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here watching it with us today. Saying this is my favorite Saw movie. Hey, I don't blame you. It's definitely up there with the original. If you put Saw 2 ahead of 1, I'm not mad at you. Okay, King Matthew. Yeah, definitely. King Matthew saying I'm at work right now, so I can't watch the movie with y'all, so I'll have to watch it later. Yeah, definitely come back to the live replay. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Share some of your thoughts from the movie and rewatch it for sure. But either way, Matthew, thank you for coming in and hanging out for a few minutes while you're at work. I appreciate it. All right, we are about to get the movie started because I'm pretty sure everybody is ready. Oliver saying with every Saw, you have to pay close attention because of all the detail. That's very, very true, Oliver. And that's why I really enjoy the franchise, because you really have to pay attention to detail. And I'm just that type of person that likes those deep thinking movies. All right, guys, so we're about to do the 5-second countdown now, and then we are going to get started. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. And if anybody ends up needing a timestamp because of ads and all that stuff, you guys just let me know. And if we have anybody just, who's coming in here a little bit late that wants to watch the movie, let me know, and I will give you guys a timestamp, and I'm sure my mods and everybody else in the chat will as well. Love that red Lionsgate entry with the red clouds. Always appreciated that. Come on, Oreo. Come on, girl. Come on. You guys know how this goes. Yeah, that is a very bright light. It's one of the best openings, too, in the franchise. Oh, okay. Venus flytrap. It's a gnarly ass trap too. Damn. I call you unworthy of the body you possess. Man, fucking Kramer cutthroat, man, especially with his dialogue. Thank you, Paula. Paula saying cute doggy. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And as we know, there goes Gordon there in the video that we don't see because he's got a hood on. Still amazing to just think that he was involved from this point going forward. King Matthew saying, I did find out that the guy who we see putting the key in a dude's eye in the opening was actually John Kramer himself. The explanation about the limp was John's cancer caused by the limp. Caused him to limp. Actually, that's Gordon. That's Dr. Gordon. And you got to remember, the reason why Dr. Gordon has a limp is because he had to cut his own foot off. So that was actually Dr. Gordon. You know, unless you found something like in a featurette or something that they say John was the one who put it in his eye, you know, the key in his eye, but then for Saw 7, they decided to switch it to Gordon. But from what we know about Saw 7, that is actually Gordon putting the key in his eye. And the limp obviously comes from him cutting his foot off in the first one. Yo, what's up, Honda Guy 1998? Hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're having a great 4th of July weekend. If you need a timestamp, Honda Guy, let me know. If you want to watch the movie, you can also watch it on Apple, Amazon, Fandango at home. Oh, there goes Donnie. Amazon Prime, YouTube for $3.79, or you can watch it on one of the free sites like S flicks or 1, 2, 3 movies, obviously. Look, it's Robbie Mercer. This is before he ended up in Woodsboro as part of the cinema club. Yep, that's right, Oliver. Yep. We finally found out that was Dr. Gordon on the video doing the surgery. Yep. Yes, sir. I feel like Saw, the final chapter, would have been so much better had you have not basically they didn't give that aspect away. But if you don't show in the beginning, John saving him and stuff like that, and you wait to hold all that stuff to the end, that would have made Saw the final chapter so much better, if you ask me. I think a lot of people who are a little bit down on it would appreciate it a lot more. Byron saying, I would love to have Saw 11 I hope I'm saying that right. Take a lot out of a Saw 2's playbook in terms of the opening sequence. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I kind of hope in Saw 11 we kind of get back to like an opening scene, trap scene and stuff like that. I kind of hope we get back to that. Because in the in Saw X we didn't get that. Don boy, what are you doing, man? Dina Mayer. She's another one I would love to see come back. They're going to go this whole legacy sequel route. I do hope that Kevin Gruder gets to finish his movie, but I don't know. It's not looking too promising. Treston saying not that. I'm talking about the Killjoy Jake. If you're talking about like doing a live stream and stuff with Jake, no, we have not talked about that yet. But hopefully we can soon, so we can narrow down a date and hang out. Because Jake is definitely, that's my buddy right there. So, and it's been a while since we've been able to collab together. So hopefully we get to do that soon. I know he's busy. I'm kind of busy. I got things to catch up on here. So maybe once we knock out some more of these watch parties that I have, already like on the books, once we get most of those knocked out, I'll reach out to Jake and be like, hey, let's schedule for a live stream this particular week so we can hang out and collab. Oh, that's interesting. Yep. Look closer, Detective Matthews. That's right. But that's interesting, King Matthew. Saying I read it off of Google that John did the eye surgery, but it does make sense that Gordon did it considering he was an actual doctor. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, absolutely. And plus, at this point in time, we know for a fact, especially in this movie, this is when John's health really starts to crumble on him and stuff like that. So, in my opinion, it would have been really hard to believe that he was the one who, did the surgery and had all that, did all that stuff. You know what I mean? I loved Gordon's tie-in. I loved it because in the original movie, even though he wasn't Jigsaw, Tap always thought that he was. So to me, that was a nice little callback to that, to Danny Glover's character in the fact that he always thought that Gordon was involved, which at first he wasn't, but he subsequently became involved. Okay, Honda Guy saying I have the DVD box set also. Is that Leprechaun on your shirt? No, this is Freddy. If you can see it. This is Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors. Let me take the comment down, that might help. But that is Freddy. And the rest of it is actually it's a Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors t-shirt or whatever. It has Patricia Arquette on it. It has a lot of the characters. Like, it's really, really sick. Let's see, I might be able to show the rest of it here. Yeah, there we go. You also have other characters on the sides and all that stuff. Yeah, I saw this bad boy and I was like, yeah, I gotta have it. It's too damn sick to not have. Here we go. That's funny, Oliver. Billy the Puppet saying, I'm surprised that Donnie and Shawnee didn't write and sing a song for the soundtrack. Yeah, right? That would have been funny. Does Shawnee do music? I never knew if she did or not. Let me know. I never heard if she had a band or anything. I know a lot of those actors slash celebrities and stuff do have their own music bands and stuff like that. I know Dennis Quaid does. I don't know if he still does it anymore, but I know he did. I know Jada Pinkett Smith did, all that. So, yeah, let me know if Shawnee did. King Matthew III saying, I feel like Saw 3 or 4 should have brought Daniel Matthews back. I wonder what happened to him after Saw 2. That's what a lot of us wonder. And a lot of us, a lot of people that I spoke to, about this, they want to see him come back. And I'm right there with him. I would love to see that character come back and see what's going on with him now. Did he ever get his life straight? Did he stay going down the wrong path? Is he going to be retested again? I mean, did he turn into a cop like his dad? So many directions that you can go with that character, and I would love to see Eric Knudsen return. Damn. Took all those cops out. That's crazy. Set their ass up. What this also did too, even though Detective Carey's character didn't get much run in the third one, what this second one did by having Eric Matthews, Detective Carey, and Officer Rigg all together in this movie, here in this, space together, that set up for the next two movies after this to focus on their characters in particular. Even though Detective Carey didn't get much run in the third, they still set that up for the next two movies. And I thought that was really well done. Damn. Also got to give credit to the makeup team for how John looks in this movie. He looks very, very sickly compared to the first one. In my opinion, this is this is the scariest John Kramer has ever looked. He has a really scary look to him in this movie. Hey. Is this close enough? I love how John just kind of looks at him like, oh, like, oh, you talking shit, huh? All right, I got something for you. The problem in that room. Everything is so well thought out, well planned. And wow, we have another membership message coming through from Gina, my chunky Geordie. What's going on, Gina? Saying, can't believe it's been this long. I know, right? So that's basically like 2 years and a month. Holy shit. Good Lord. Well, Gina and Oliver, for both of you guys sending messages in, I greatly appreciate you guys, like I said, sticking with me through the dark days, through the good and the bad days here on this channel. You guys are awesome. And I'm so grateful to have you guys here as members. And I can't wait for this upcoming week because I have some members only content coming out too. A couple I want to say a live stream discussion and a watch party. And then the following week, we're going to do a little bit more too. So stay tuned for that because I'm really excited to do some members only content because I have some pretty cool ideas for you guys. And you guys are going to help pitch in with that as well in regards to topic picking, watch party picking, stuff like that. So thank you again, Gina, for your message. And thank you for being a member and just being a loyal subscriber and follower for all this time. It's truly amazing, and I truly appreciate it. Really? Holy shit, I never knew that. Did not know that she did music. That's crazy. I'm going to have to listen to that now. See what her singing voice is like. Oliver saying one of the Shawnee songs was playing in Saw 6. Okay, yeah, I never noticed that. Paula saying, love Donnie Wahlberg. Donnie is awesome. He's a really good actor. He's just a really good overall talent. Because as we know, he can sing his ass off too. King Matthew saying that shirt you're wearing is just as badass as the I Know What You Did Last Summer shirt. I recently got my shirt, has the fisherman on it with the words, what are you waiting for printed on it? Awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, I would definitely love to not only get me some I Know What You Did Last Summer t-shirts and, you know, stuff like that. I also would like to make some. Might have to do that before the movie comes out. It comes out next weekend. Not this upcoming week, but the following, obviously. So might have to do something, you know, leading into the movie that runs through the end of July. That's awesome, though, King Matthew. I wonder what that. I want to know what the overall outlook looks like. Oh, thank you for that, Gina. Thank you. Saying Snuggles back from Ziggy Puppy Pup. Yup. Hell yes. Absolutely. I don't know if you were here, Gina, but I did have both the dogs within the camera frame because both Don and Oreo wanted some attention. So I don't know if you missed that or not. Nice. Gina saying, I like Saw 3 and the one with Costas in the box. Yeah, that would be Saw 5. I liked Saw 3, but I don't like it as much as I like some of the other ones and stuff. Still a good movie, though. And Costas is just awesome. You know, I'm so glad that they picked him as Mark Hoffman because I can't see anybody else playing that role the way he did. I thought he really carried the Saw franchise after Tobin Bell, was dead as Jigsaw. Even though we got a lot of flashbacks, obviously, I thought he did a really good job carrying the next 3 movies. And I would love to see him back in another movie as well, because we don't know if his character's alive or dead in that bathroom. And a lot of us want to see Gordon versus Hoffman. So hopefully we get him back as well and we explore that. Obviously he was in Saw X, but that was just a post-credit scene. Oh, here's Amanda. I remember being a teenager when this came out. I was about 16. Yeah, because it's 2005. Yep. So I was 16, and I remember going to see this in the theater with my mom and stuff like that. I remember when we seen Amanda and we're just like, oh no, he's got her again. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Not knowing, what subsequently ends up happening, which she's, involved and stuff like that. So that was definitely like, oh shit, a no shit moment. Seeing Amanda back in this movie and in this trap. We have 15 people here watching. I greatly appreciate you guys all coming in to hang out. And if you guys haven't done so already, shoot the like button. It definitely helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you are just popping in and want to watch the movie, if you don't have it pulled up just yet, let me know, get it pulled up, and I will give you a timestamp. Shannon's saying Ghosty's not ghosting dang phone. Wait, what's going on? I don't get it, Shannon. Let me know. Oh, yeah. That's right. I do have to watch that. Yeah, because I missed it when Destin did it on his channel. That's right. Yeah, Shannon's saying, I highly recommend you check out Death Count. If you haven't, Ghosty, you will like it. Okay, yeah. I got to get to that. I keep forgetting about it or whatnot because we've got so much stuff coming out, but that might have to be something I do after I'm done on Destin's channel tonight, is just hang out, relax, and just pop on Death Count. Man, this also has a really great cast, with all these characters here in this, trapped together. I mean, Glenn Plummer. I remember being a teenager and seeing he was in this movie, and I grew up watching Glenn Plummer in a lot of movies, and I'm just like, holy shit, they got him in here. Oh, wow, this is cool, and stuff like that. So, and of course, you got the blonde from Seventh Heaven in it as well. So, they did a really good job with the casting in this movie. And I feel like in a lot of the Saw movies, they do a good job with the casting. But especially the first 2, to me, that's peak casting. And we have a super chat coming in from Shannon. Thank you so much, Shannon. I greatly appreciate you. You didn't have to do that. You guys know usually on, live watch parties, I don't, go for super chats and stuff like that. But the fact that you decided to send one in, I really appreciate that. You're awesome. Saying Production Weekly has untitled Saw movie. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. All right. Looks like I got some motherfucking homework to do. I got some more homework to add to the list. Oh, shit. Let's go. This is going to be fun. All right. Thank you for that, Shannon. Thank you for your $2.79 super chat. But more importantly, thank you for the news, because I didn't catch that. I've been basically doing a lot of I Know What You Did Last Summer stuff. I have some more videos dropping for that. I did see the news about Scream 8, but I didn't see the news about the new untitled Saw movie. So definitely a lot to unpack there. So thank you for that, Shannon. You know, and the fact that it's untitled kind of tells me they're not going to let Kevin Gruder finish his story from Saw X, which is a bummer. It really, really is. It really is. But now with James Wan and Lee Winnell having the rights with Blumhouse, shit's about to get saucy. And I'm here for it. Let's go. Man, and I kind of love this dialogue between Eric and John, because if you really listen to how John is delivering his lines and speaking to Eric, he's kind of coming off as a father figure. And it kind of makes me feel like by him speaking it to him that way, he's trying to let Eric know you be a better father to your son if you pass this test. And you shouldn't be so hard on him and stuff like that. That's how I feel, you know, John is delivering his dialogue when he's talking to Eric in this movie. And it makes sense, too, that John would be doing that because John lost his son tragically. You know, he didn't even get to meet his son, you know, so I definitely do think that that's what they were going for between Eric and John's dialogue and their interactions with each other. But thank you again, Shannon. Now, Shannon, I'm gonna watch Death Count after Destin's stream, but you done made my ass probably want to stay up to like 3 o'clock in the morning tonight, fishing for this, you know, Production Weekly post about the Untitled Saw movie, and you got the gears grinding on exactly what type of direction they could be going in. And thank you again for your super chat. It's greatly appreciated. King Matthew said, I like how both Riggs and Eric failed their test by being impatient. Yeah. Yep. Being hotheads. I believe so on Destin's channel tonight. I would believe there is. I could be wrong, DJ. Let me check that out. Maybe I am wrong. I could have sworn Destin had one lined up for tonight. Give me 1 second, DJ. I'll let you know here in a second. Yo, what's up, Gory Tiger? Thank you for being here. And Tiger, if you need a timestamp, if you want to watch the movie, I got it right here for you. Give me a second. I'm at 28 minutes and 20 seconds. Thank you for being here, Gory. Always glad to see you. And we have a gifted membership from My Chunky Jordy. Gina, thank you so much for that, Gina. That is so awesome of you. So Gina has gifted a membership. I do not know who has gotten that membership just yet. I'm hoping it shows me. Sometimes it acts funny here, so I'll have to see who got it. But that is so sweet of you, Gina. Thank you so much for that. And I'm assuming it is DJ who got it because Val is saying congrats, DJ. So DJ is now a member here to the channel. That is so awesome. And thank you again for that, Gina. That's really, really sweet of you. And welcome, DJ. I want to say, I think DJ was a member before. I'm pretty sure he was, you know, but hey, either way, you're back in the fold, my friend. So that's awesome. Again, thank you so much for that, Gina. That's really, really sweet of you. No, Tristan, I didn't. If you're talking about on TikTok, no, because I checked my TikTok earlier and I didn't see any new messages. I might have to click on your icon to see if if I did get it, but any other times I get messages, it shows me like with the red dot and it's like highlighted and stuff like that, and I didn't see any new messages. So I'll definitely give it a look after I'm done here with the stream. Okay, DJ, you're good. Yeah, that's right, Val. Gina, Gina is always so supportive for sure. Absolutely, absolutely. You know what? No, that deserves an absolutely. Absolutely, she is. You know, all of you guys are. You know what I mean? All of you guys are by just showing up here, hanging out, enjoying the time with me, enjoying these streams I put together and the videos I put together. Every single one of you guys help make this channel grow and help make this channel what it's becoming. So give you guys all love to yourselves, a pat on the back and everything. It's you guys that make me want to keep doing this, you know? I always tell it to you guys, you know, there was a time where I lost my confidence, and fortunately I have a few good friends that are content creators that helped your boy get his confidence back, you know, and that also happened because of you guys, because seeing you guys reach out to me on videos and stuff like that, hey, it's been a while, you know, we miss you doing content. That just, you know, relit the flame even more. So every single one of you guys are so supportive, and I love every single one of you. Yeah, Shannon saying the last live was prom night for Destin. Yeah, but I was assuming that he had something else tonight too. Let me check that out now. Let me do that. Let me stop procrastinating, because I could have sworn Destin said he had something going on tonight. I could be wrong. So just bear with me for a second. Yeah, I stand corrected. That was the last watch party. So I guess Destin doesn't have anything going on tonight. Ooh, that's interesting. I'll have to see what he's up to. Might have to do another one of these. I don't know. I don't know. We might have to. We might have to make today kind of like a double feature, but like, you know, schedule the other watch along for later. Thank you for that, Val. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just seen your message. Thank you for that. Yes, definitely. I got a lot going on, you know, and stuff. Not just outside, you know. Obviously, here during the stream. If I can't get to all of your comments, I'm trying. Please bear with me. I'm trying to watch the movie and commentate and talk to you guys at the same time. So it can be a little bit, but we here. This is what we do. My boy Frankie G, the muscle bound guy. That's his stage name, his real name, so to speak, you know. I actually enjoyed his character because he was such a fucking prick and he was such a hothead. The macho man, you know. Ooh, yeah. I really enjoyed his character. He actually plays in another movie. It came out recently where he plays like a super nice guy and stuff like that. So he definitely has range. Like I remember seeing a movie. I forget what it was called, but I remember seeing him in it, and I'm just like, man, this is such a departure from the character he played in Saw 2. Uh-oh. Obi-Wan Kenobi lurking around underneath the hood. Yeah, so I'm assuming I missed something. Oh yeah, so Honda guy. To answer your question, and I did see Shannon kind of answered it for you and stuff, but Honda guy asking, how do you decide what you want to watch for the watch parties? Well, usually, especially like on Mondays, and I am going to start getting back to this, Mondays I choose to watch party usually, but then if like let's say I do a live stream and we do a super chat goal, excuse me, and we hit that super chat goal, whether it's 5 super chats or 10 super chats, then what I usually offer is an extension on the live stream, or we'll do a watch party of you guys' choosing, where I'll basically pick a bunch of movies or pick a certain franchise, and then you guys get to vote what movie out of the franchise you guys want to watch and stuff. And what's cool about the way I have my voting poll set up is I can just set it up, set up a link. You guys press that link and the whole list is there. And all you have to do is click on the movie you want. And then whatever movie finishes with the highest voting percentage, that's what we'll watch. And I'm also going to be adding that for members as well. You know, the option to pick your watch party or pick your topic and stuff like that. Because I like doing stuff like that. I love giving you guys the option to choose what movie you guys would like to watch too, because, you know, it's not always about what I want to watch. You know, I'm interested in movies that you guys like too, because you guys might have great movies that I haven't seen yet. You know, so I love that, you know, interaction between us that we do with those voting polls and these movies and stuff like that. Wait, hold on. What the hell is going on here? Hold on. Gina's saying, hold on. Hold on. I gotta pull this up. She's saying he says he might have a girlfriend, but he likes your Oreo pup. That's awesome. That is so cute. Well, I don't condone cheating, so he might just want to stick with his girl, you know. And honestly, like, it's funny because I've thought about mating Oreo, like, you know, so that unfortunately when, you know, because that's Don's daughter, you know, Don had her, you know, to Rosie. When Don, you know, unfortunately does, you know, when it gets to that time where he's no longer going to be with me anymore, I would like to have like one of his, you know, offsprings, or, you know, one of his, you know, type of dogs, you know what I mean, and stuff. A dog basically made from from a litter or whatever and stuff. How the fuck you want to phrase that? I have thought about mating Oreo, but at the same time, dealing with the puppies and having to, it's just a whole bunch of work. So I personally don't know if I'm ever going to do that with her and stuff, because when Don had puppies to Don had puppies to Rosie, which obviously that's, you know, where Rosie came from and stuff. She had a total of 2 litters, and that was just a hassle. You know, you really wasn't getting much sleep. Them little pups kept you up all night because they were crying and wanted attention and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'll ever have Oreo mated. I don't know. I want to, but then again, I don't. But that's cute though, Gina. that's real cute. I like that. That was funny. King Matthew saying, I honestly think this is the most brutal Saw film with the deaths in this one. I can agree with that. Yeah. Definitely did have a lot of blood. Like John said, oh yes, there will be blood. And they definitely lived up to that tagline in this one. I think I might have to agree. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, yeah, this might be the most brutal one, like blood-wise. That wasn't like over the top and overdoing it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not getting in that furnace. Like, no. Hell no. Nope. I mean, I get it. He had to go get the needle that was in there, but I'm not trusting any one of those motherfuckers that's out there with me. I'm just not. Yep. And that last one, yep, that's part of Obi's trap. Yep. That last one locked him in. But I feel like, I'll be honest, I don't know if you guys feel the same. If Obi would have grabbed the first two syringes, or I think there was two in there, if he would have grabbed the first one and then handed it out, I think one of them would have shut the door on him anyway, if they could. And that's a horrific ass way to go, man. Suffocating, burning like that, like, ugh. No bueno. And just to think, Obi, in so many ways, was the Zepp of this movie. Because John had him basically, along with, I'm sure Amanda helped too with some of the others, but John helped him. Well, John had him help abduct, I at least remember, the blonde-haired girl and stuff. Yeah, from, earlier and stuff, she mentions that or whatnot. So he kind of turned Obi into Zepp in this movie. The only difference is Obi doesn't make it as long as Zepp did. All right, I know I'm probably like super behind, so I am going to like zoom up. That's funny. Gina saying we wouldn't be able to get from England. Ziggy can only travel 5 miles, never mind to America. Right. That's funny. Hell, one of my dream trips though is to make it out to England. I've always been a fan of wanting to go to London and, explore that culture and, see what life over there is like, you know what I mean? See how y'all living, and stuff like that. That, I'm a fan of like British stuff. Like I do. I am a big fan of that. Like I love British fighters. I love, watching some British like movies and stuff. I love the accent. Like I love how the culture looks and feels, So that's why I would definitely love to take a trip to London at some point. Y'all look like y'all have an awesome time there. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, so I'm having an issue. Oh no. Okay, so yeah. I think I figured out my issue. Too many tabs open. Gina saying, I'd like to talk Halloween in a news story without Jamie Lee. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to be having my Halloween podcast up at the beginning of next month. I am having my Scream one. No, at the end of this month, I should say. It will most likely be the 27th. I had to push those start dates for the podcast back. But that is definitely going to be a point of emphasis to talk about on the podcast is what to look forward to in the Halloween franchise without Jamie Lee Curtis, and what new stories can we tell, and what characters can we follow, so on and so forth. Oh. Gina saying, "Got to get my dinner and go to bed. Night all. Please send the like button. Some love, people." Yes, thank you so much for that, Gina. And again, thank you for not only sending your membership message in, but also for your gifted membership to DJ. That was really awesome of you. And you sleep well. You and Ziggy have a great night. And I'm glad you were able to hang out for this one. I know sometimes I don't, go early enough to where you can sometimes hang out, but I'm glad you were here for this one. You're awesome. It's always good to see you, Gina. Nice. Biscandis saying, "I'm from England." Yes, I think you mentioned that before, Biscandis. Hey, listen, you never know. I'll have to let you and Gina know, but at some point, my ass will be taking a vacation to England. I've always wanted to do that. That is on my bucket list. England and Australia. And if Wayne Turner ever shows up here tonight, he'll love hearing that. England and Australia. I've always wanted to take a vacation to. Holy crap. Gina saying, "I live beside the Roman Wall in Northumberland, nowhere near London." Hey, that's all right. Hey, England is England. I'm all about trying to check out the different counties, cities, however y'all have things set up. I'm always open to that. Also love the flashback here where we get John, you know, explaining that, he basically tried to end his own life, which is what led him to do, become what he became as Jigsaw. Oh, sorry, King Matthew. I just saw this. Sorry, buddy. Give me 1 second. So my timestamp right now, Matthew, because I did have to refresh or whatnot, and it just took me back to the spot I was at. But I'm at 47 minutes and 21 seconds. So if you want to basically set it for 48 minutes, go for it. That's the second time I've had to wake up in this shithole. Damn. I also love how we get the backstory on Amanda, too. Damn. Hold on. Did I see, I did get Matthew a timestamp. I kind of got sidetracked. I had to look back at his comment, and I just had to think for a second, like, wait, did I give him the timestamp or not? Yo, what's up, Denisha? Glad to see you here. If you need a timestamp, Denisha, let me know. If you want to watch the movie with us. Always glad to see you here. Another one of my modulators and just a loyal subscriber to the community here. You know, Denisha's been here for a while too. Like Denisha, Val, Gina, they're like, you know, day ones. Another one, and I hope I hear and see him again soon, is Jeremy Channel. I had seen that he had commented on one of my older videos from a couple months ago, and I haven't seen him since. So Jeremy, if you're watching, buddy, shoot me a comment or hit me up on IG. Reach out so we can get together, maybe do a live stream. It's been a long time in the making. But every single one of you guys, like a lot of you here are like day ones, and I appreciate that. Yo, what's up, Dom? Hope you're having a great day, man, and I hope you've had a great 4th of July weekend. Let me know what you mean by this, Cheetah, because I'm confused right now. I just see noob and an arrow pointing to the left. I don't know what that means, man. Let me know. And Denisha, if you do plan on pulling up the movie, I'm at timestamp 51 minutes and 45 seconds. So you can set it to 52 seconds if you'd like to. Man, I can't believe we're already more than halfway through this movie already. Holy shit. That went fast. Hmm. Oh, here it comes. Here it is. The infamous needle trap. Oh, shit gives me the willies. Dom. I fell asleep during the fireworks. Oh man, that's golden, man. Golden, golden, golden. I still can't believe that you did that touring prom night. That was fucking funny, man. That was some funny stuff. I appreciate your honesty, bro. I appreciate it so much. Oh, okay. Cheetah saying, I'm new here in comparison to everyone else. Not really, though, in my opinion, Patrick, because you used to pop up in my comments and in my streams, a while ago before. So I consider you an OG as well, and stuff so I don't think you're a newbie that much here. Like I said, you've been around the community for a while. I know for a fact you've hung out my streams and stuff from like a couple of years ago and stuff like that. So you an OG here too, buddy. Val, what's up, Damalama Ding Dong? What's going on? That's funny. Yep, right, right, Cheetah. Belly flop into the pool, right? Oh yeah, that's right, Dom. I gotta hook you up too with a wrench. Dom asking, where's my modulator? I paid 5 cents. I'm joking. No, you're good, buddy. Thank you for reminding me because I do got to give you a wrench. Thank you for reminding me about that. Man, this shit. This scene, man, with the needles, it's just, can't do it. I just can't do it. I've never been a fan of needles. Fuck that. Like, no. Hell no. It's not doing it. It really is. It really is, Dom. You're not lying about that. Saying the needle stack is just gross and disturbing. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I can't do it. I'm not, no. Just can't. I've never been a big fan of needles. Like, even when I used to go give like blood donations and stuff at my local plasma center, when they go to, stick the needle in my arm, I'd look away. And they'd be like, oh, you don't like, does it like scare you or something? I said, I'm not a needle guy. You know what I mean? I just don't like looking at it. Don't really like doing this. I'm just trying to do it for a good cause. Damn. I do wonder if he would have gotten the key, if he would have gotten to the door before the timer went off, if he would have, been able to get the key in there. I do wonder where that would have led to. Like would have led it to outside? Would it led us to another part of the building that we didn't see yet? Like where would that have took them if he would have got that door open? Cheetah saying Saw 2 is the best film in the franchise. Such a terrific story. Again, I'm not going to be mad if anybody puts number 2 ahead of number 1. I think it's definitely up there with it. I do. And it does have a fantastic story. It has multiple stories playing out that I think is fantastic and why I think this is one of the best sequels in horror, period. Like, has so many stories and they all tie into each other and it works so well. And they get you invested in these characters. Even if you know a lot of these characters aren't good people, you still get invested, into them. Thank you for that, Val. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, everybody, go over to Patrick's channel and shoot the like button on that stream. It's definitely going to help his channel out a lot. And join us for the conversation. It's going to be a fun time. That will be this Wednesday evening. So like I said, shoot the link. Thank you again, Val. Drop a like and join us on Wednesday evening. It's going to be a fun time. I can't wait for that. Threatened to destroy his work. That ain't gonna do shit. My boy John has got so much fucking work. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you destroy what's on the board. It's kind of like they said about Tupac after death. He had so much music written down or recorded that you know what I mean? He has too much of it. That doing this ain't gonna do nothing to John. My boy's got work for days, like work for years. Think about it. He died in Saw 3 and still had work for 4 more movies. Like, this dude's got a fucking whole work list. This what Eric's doing right here is just academic. It's really doing nothing. Even John saying, go ahead. Like, I don't care. My plan is still going to work because you're allowing it to work. John was so smart too, and he knew that they were listening into their conversation the whole time. Yep, and this is when he reveals to them that his son is literally in the room, like he's playing this game with all those people who he is convicted. It's brilliant. It really is. Thank you again for that, Val. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're not lying about that, King Matthew. Matthew saying, fun fact, some of the needles were real in the needle stack. I remember reading about it. Yep. That's what makes it so much more gruesome, if you ask me, knowing that some of them were real. Like, I'm good. Props to Shawnee, and I'm sure they had a stunt person kind of cut in between and stuff, but props to Shawnee and the stunt person for doing that, because I'm not. Like, no, I don't care. Yeah, that's basically what I did, Dom. Yeah, right there with you. Dom saying I donated plasma and I never look at the needle. Yep, me neither. Like, no. It's not happening. It's not happening. Not doing it. And we have another super chat in the house from Quentin Gilmore. What's going on, Quentin? I'm sorry if I missed you in the comment section. I didn't see you and stuff, but thank you for stopping in. And if you would like to watch the remaining parts of the movie with us, let me know. I have a timestamp for you. Quentin saying Saw 2 is awesome. It really is. It's one of the best sequels to a iconic opening film in the first one that there is. And some people like the sequel of this movie better than the original. It definitely is awesome. Everything about this movie is awesome. The cinematography, the character work, the actors that got to play these characters, the stories, the multiple stories. That's what really hooks me into Saw 2. Is there's so many stories going on at one time, and they all intertwine with each other. And it was just beautifully done. Hopefully the next Saw movie can do something like that. That's why I like Saw X a lot, because I felt like it really blended in well for being an in-between movie for Saw 1 and Saw 2's events. Again, Quentin, thank you for your $2 super chat, man. I greatly appreciate it. And glad to see you here. And if you are going to watch the remaining parts of the movie with us, because we are more than halfway through, I am at 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 15 seconds. When Glenn Plummer and Frankie G's characters are fighting. Shit. When you think about it, Muscle Boy, he all muscle for nothing. He got his ass whooped. He got the shit kicked out of him. All that muscle don't ensure you're going to win a fight. Oh, man, yeah, this is brutal right here, though. Ooh, this is one of the most brutal kills in the movie. I mean, in the whole franchise, if you ask me. The spike to the back of the head, like, oh. No, I'm good. Damn. And we have another $2 super chat coming in from Quentin. Thank you so much for that, man. I don't know if you had a comment with that, Quentin. I'll check in the comment section, but either way, man, thank you so much for your continued support. It's greatly appreciated. Again, you guys know I usually don't ask for super chats and stuff like that during live watch parties. So the fact that you decided to send one in, it's just really appreciative, man. I appreciate you. And let me know if you have anything to say with that, Quentin, in the comment section. Because I am all caught up. Dom saying John is probably the smartest slasher villain ever. He tricks everyone, including the cops. Yeah, man. It's interesting you called him a slasher. I mean, because I guess, especially in the original one, with the blade on his wrist, I guess you can, give him that title. I think I actually label him more as an engineer, like a villainous engineer because of the traps he builds. But man, I guess you can give him that nickname of a slasher too. He did slash Tap's neck open, so that does count for something. But you are right. He's just very, very knowledgeable. He's very, very observant. And I think that's why I grew to be a really big fan of John Kramer, in the character, is because of how observant and attention to detail that he, as a character and as a villain, is. He's very, very unique. He kind of reminds me of a engineer version of what Hannibal Lecter was, because the psychology aspect of it, very smart, always one step ahead. King Matthew saying it's also insane that Donnie Wahlberg plays a cop in this movie and a cop in Blue Bloods as well. Both great things to watch. Yeah, I remember getting into Blue Bloods a little bit. It is a good show and stuff, but yeah, Donnie, I feel like especially like once he was done with music and he started doing more acting and stuff, I feel like him playing the role of cop is something that maybe it's kind of like an extension of what he wanted to be in real life at one point. So he definitely does play it well. And we have another super chat coming in, a $2 super chat coming from a Troll Campbell saying, love to this channel. Thank you so much, a Troll. I greatly appreciate that, man. Like, you guys are awesome. Like, for real. You guys are what make this channel, in all honesty, And thank you so much for showing your continued support. And, man, like, again, it just means a lot, you know what I mean? And stuff like that, that you guys believe in me and believe in this content enough to want to support to the levels that you all do. So, again, thank you so much, Troll. I greatly appreciate it, buddy. Something I didn't even notice here in this scene, my boy has a hunting knife, basically the Scream knife. I didn't notice that until now. I guess I noticed it, but I didn't really pay attention to it in that regard to notice it to that level. But that's funny. I wonder if they did that on purpose to kind of give a little tip of the hat to Scream. Man, I'm not going to lie. This scene here is hard to watch when Eric beats the shit out of John, man. It's like, I understand why he did it, but damn, man, my boy got cancer. He's obviously not well. He can't defend himself. Like, damn, man, you ain't have to beat his ass like that, man. Just had to choke him up a little bit, if anything. But you got to give it to John, though, man. He tough as hell. He tough as hell. He took his best shots and everything and was still talking shit. Like, I'd like to go now until your son is pissing blood. Like, while he is getting his ass tore the fuck up. Like, now that's the Eric Matthews they gave medals to. Like, come on. Like, yo, my boy is a fucking trooper, man. He took that ass whooping like a real man. Damn, he even gave my boy a stomp. I forgot about that. Like, he beat the hell out of my boy, man. He ain't had to do him like that. Oh, man. He ain't had to do John Boy like that, man. He beat the shit out of you. He beat the shit out of him, man. Damn. He fucked his day up, man. But again, the Troll and Quentin and everybody else who has sent in a super chat, Oliver and Gina with their membership messages, Gina sending in a membership, gifting out a member, I should say, to DJ. Like, you guys are all awesome. And I'm happy that you guys are all here watching the movie with me. As always, like whenever you guys can, make it and attend, it's always good to see you guys here. We always have fun together, and that's how it should be. I will say this real quick. See, because I'm not going to lie. I'd have to go back and really look at the cast list to remember every one of the characters' names in here, because there is so many to follow. But homegirl who sticks her wrists, in the blades and she's trying to grab the antidote and stuff. I also love the callback that they did in one of the later Saw movies. I can't remember which one it was. Was it 3, 4, or 5? But she is the one who is outside trying to prostitute herself to John the night that Jill basically gets hit by the door with Cecil and miscarries Gideon. I love how they later tied that in. That was really, really nice. because then that shows why she's being tested here as well. Like, I think a lot of us assumed why she was being tested, but just to see exactly what led John to what led to her being in John's crosshairs. I like how later on in the franchise they tie this all in. And that's why, to me, Saw is one of the better horror movie franchises, because it does a great job tying a lot of stuff that we've seen in previous movies into the later movies. Dom saying, hot take, but I think Donnie is a better actor than his brother. I can see where you can make those assertions. I can see that. I enjoy both of them. I'm a fan of both Marky Mark and Donnie. I like both of them. I'm sorry. To me, the reason why I think Mark Wahlberg is a really good actor, and I know he's done a lot of movies since that maybe he got typecasted and it kind of seems like it's getting stale with him and stuff like that. But to me, the movie where he showed a lot of range was Fear. I will always go back to that. That is my favorite Mark Wahlberg movie. He was such a good fucking menace, a great villain in that movie. Like, he was a menace. He was a father's worst nightmare, and he played that role to a T. Like, if they were to ever do a Fear remake, I probably would not watch it, because to me, nobody can play the role of David McCall like Mark Wahlberg. He absolutely bodied that role. He owned it. But I get it. Hey, everybody has their own style, their own flavor. I enjoy both. I see Dom's got some people agreeing with him, though. We got a troll agreeing. We got Val agreeing, Quentin agreeing. Hey, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Hey, again, I think they're both really talented. I can see where you guys might favor Donnie's acting a little bit more, because Donnie makes you feel. And sometimes I don't think Mark, when he's doing some of these other movies that he's doing, he doesn't make you feel, for his character. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's a little too goofy. Sometimes it's a little too funny. Kind of like in Transformers. I didn't like him in that movie. I thought it was just a little too phoned in. It was a little too, hey guy, type deal. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Donnie, especially in this movie, he makes you feel for the character that he's portraying, even if the character that he is portraying isn't that great of a person. Yes, you're not lying, Quentin. He definitely does get the last word. If you're talking about John, he gets the last laugh for sure. Yep. You are not lying. We are heading to that now. And I love the reveal that we get too. Not just with Eric's son, not just with Amanda, but with the news feed, or with the live feed of what's going on. I absolutely love that reveal. I think it's brilliant. A troll saying the girl in the arm trap technically could be alive. I mean, technically, yeah. I mean, we really didn't see her die. We just see her losing a lot of blood, and her wrists are all cut up and stuff. But she could be, but I don't know. I'd have to go back and really see. I don't think they found. I don't know if they found everybody in that building. Like, if they found all the bodies, because I feel like if they did, then they would have had to found a bathroom trap, because it's in the same building. That would be crazy, though. Maybe Amanda saved her. And she's part of the cult of Jigsaw. Who knows? that is something I would like to see them explore. Is the cult of Jigsaw. Yeah, Quentin. Yeah, man. He was really good in Fear, man. Really, really good, man. Yo, I'm sorry. Like, the shit that he was able to say in that movie and get away with, that ain't happening in real life to a father who's really like trying to protect his daughter. It just ain't happening. I don't give a fuck how cock diesel that motherfucker was. I'm knocking him the hell out. I'm sorry. If he said the shit to me that he said to William Peterson's character Steve in that movie, I'm sorry. I got to get one shot in. I just got to. My boy was a fucking menace in that movie. Like, yo, a straight menace. I love it, though. I don't know why. I just love it. He was so good in that movie. To me, he's one of the more underrated thriller slash Fear is more of a thriller. So to me, though, he's one of the more underrated villains, like in terms of being like a bad guy, like who was a killer, a psychopath. Marky Mark as David McCall is, to me, severely underrated. Definitely needs more love because he absolutely was fantastic in that role. To me, you cannot find nobody better to play that. That's just me. And here we go. Heck yeah, that's right, Val. Val saying to a troll, so happy to have you here, a troll. You've been such a positive addition to this community. Absolutely, for sure. Absolutely. And thank you for that, Val. Yeah, he was. He was, King Matthew. I got to give you that one. Yes, he was good in The Departed, for sure. I was just excited that we got a Matt Damon and Mark Wahlberg movie together because there has always been comparisons between those two. You know what I mean? You know, growing up. So that was really cool to see those two in the same movie. Ugh. Here we are back in the iconic bathroom. And I don't care what anybody says, that is not Adam's body that is there. Mm. Yo, what's up, Leonia? Or Leonia? I hope I say that right. I feel like I always butcher your name. I hope I don't. You know, please scold me if I do. But thank you so much for being here. It's always good to see you. I hope you're having a great night. We are finishing up the movie, but if you want to watch the final act with us, you can. We are at an hour, 20 minutes, and 33 seconds. We have 14 minutes left in the movie. We're back in the bathroom trap scene. DJ saying Mark also did great in A Perfect Storm. You know, it's been so long since I watched that movie. I have to revisit it. Oh, man, damn, man. Excuse me. Ugh. That is so gross. Oh man, and just the way it's like Jello. Oh no, like, yo, they did a great job with the effects in here too. I like how he just shoves it in his pocket. Like, what the fuck? Homeboy is ruthless, man. I gotta give it to him. He's tough as nails. That shit is gnarly. You got to cut off basically a whole square of the back of your neck. And he just, let me just put it in a pocket. Oh, man. Awesome. All right. Got you. Saying it's pronounced. I'm still going to butcher this. I just have a feeling. Leonia. I hope I'm saying it right, but you're cool. You're saying, but no worries, dude. Happy to be here. Well, I'm glad to have you here. You know, I'm terrible with certain names. I just am, you know, and I hate that I butcher them. I want to be perfect with that. You know what I mean? I'm learning. Just, you know, give me some more time. I'll get it down. But always happy to have you here for real. Like, you know, you guys, like every single one of you guys is just awesome. And I'm glad to see you guys take some time out of your day to come hang out with your boy. And are you, Cody? What's going on, Cody? I hope you're having a great night. And I also hope you've had a great 4th of July weekend. That goes for you as well, Leonia. Cody saying, wanted to stop by and say hello. And hello, chat. Ain't watching a movie tonight. About to get on the game. Just wanted to say hello. Well, thank you for stopping in, man. I greatly appreciate it. And what game are you playing? Whatever you're playing, I hope you enjoy it, buddy. And I greatly appreciate you showing support. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, King Matthew, for sure. For sure. Even though the twist of Amanda being tested again for the 3rd straight movie was really nice, it just didn't hit. It didn't hit like this reveal did. It's not live. Love it. See, that's just brilliance right there. The feed is not live. Like, which makes sense as to why we are seeing 3 different events play out on screen through Eric's perspective and then through Amanda's perspective and Daniel's. Love it. Totally agree, King Matthew. Yeah, Quentin. Yeah, for sure. Quentin saying 227-26. Can't wait. I'm assuming you're saying ready by that abbreviation or whatnot, but saying can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait for Scream 7 either, buddy. Trust me. Trust and believe. I cannot wait for that one neither. But I ain't going to lie. I am super excited. I know what you did last summer. I hope it's really good. Oh, there we go. Bong, got his ass. Yup. And then the timer. Man, it's just brilliance, man. And just to think, his son was there the whole time. If Eric would have just listened to John, if he just would have listened to John, he wouldn't have had to leave. He wouldn't have had to do none of that. His son was right there the whole time. He just couldn't be patient. He just couldn't listen. He couldn't play by the rules. And that subsequently was his downfall. And that's the lesson that John was trying to teach him. You have to play by the rules. You know, it's not just about kind of being a dirty cop. It's just the fact that you're wrongfully convicting people who may, in hindsight, deserve to be convicted, but you're putting charges on them and stuff that don't exist. You're not playing fair. You're not playing by the rules. And subsequently, that's what got Eric jammed up in this situation. And subsequently, that's why he lost his test. That's why he failed his test. That is fucking nuts. Like, the reveals in this movie, from the reveal that the live feed, the feed is not live, from Amanda's reveal, from the reveal that Daniel has actually been there this entire time in that fucking chest or whatever you want to call it, it's phenomenal. And that's why I don't argue with those who say Saw 2 is better than Saw 1, because it's those type of aspects that kind of make it a little bit better than Saw 1 to a degree. But the reason why I always will rank Saw 1 ahead is because of that ending and just the way that movie played out in itself. Both are brilliant. Both are brilliant in their own rights. But I do see why some prefer Saw 2 over Saw 1. There's many layers unfolding and being peeled off here. Many layers. Hello, Eric. You probably don't even remember me, but you changed my life once. You sent me to prison. I was guilty of a lot of things, but not the drug charge you framed me for. See? I will say this. I wonder if Amanda was doing drugs before catching that drug charge. I do wonder that. I think it's safe to assume she was, but imagine if she wasn't, and her being sent to prison and going through what she went through eventually when she got out is what led her to doing drugs. Something to think about. Damn. Just like Amanda said, you have to play by the fucking rules. Yep. This movie was literally all about playing by the rules. You had to play by the rules to survive. I mean, that's how it is for every Saw movie to an extent. But to me, they really doubled down on that aspect in this movie for sure. They doubled and tripled down. Quentin said, I always thought his aunt would be a Jigsaw. Oh, you mean his son? I'm assuming you mean his son. Hey, it's possible, man. I've always wanted to see Daniel come back, so I'm all here for it. Yeah, he is still alive. Yep, for sure. Yep, Cody. Yeah, Daniel is still alive. And he's one of the characters that I would love to see make a return. I want to know how his story unfolded. Did he continue to do bad things? Did he become a cop like his dad? There's a lot of directions you can go with that character. And I love this ending where you hear Donnie, Eric screaming, Daniel, no, Daniel, screaming for Daniel. And they cut to John. And he's all in the car all fucked up, bleeding because, he got his ass whooped. And then he just lightly smiles. I love it. It's so good. As the camera pans away, I love that. They did such a great job with this sequel. Again, one of the better part twos in horror movie history. No, in my opinion, I think this is definitely up there in regards to sequels. And again, it kind of rivals the original because you have so many layers, you have so many characters to follow, and their stories are all intertwined with each other. And everything ties into a perfect bow. Like, they did such a great job with this sequel. Such a great job. Like, and that's the beautiful thing, in my opinion, about Saw in the franchise, is for the most part, a lot of the guys who worked together in the original one, they went on to direct future films and write future films, like Darren Lynn Bousman, like David Hackle, like Kevin Gruder, and stuff like that. It's like Saw has always, in my opinion, been an in-house project. And in my opinion, like it just showed up now, editor was Kevin Gruder. You know what I mean? In my opinion, it's that continuity within the creative team as to why these movies, for the most part, even if you don't like some more than others, why these movies, for the most part, are very, very solid, and their continuity within the films are really well done. Why? Because you have most of the same guys still working together. And you don't see that a lot with these horror franchises. It's always a new director or a new writer here, or we got another new director. Now we now have another new writer and stuff. A lot of the stuff that they did with the Saw franchise, with the guys that they did it with, was with guys who were a part of the original production, who were a part of the original editing, the original writing process. They've all been there like since the start. And that's why I think this movie and this franchise in general has stood the test of time the way it has, and why a lot of people, even though some don't like Jigsaw, why some don't like Part 7, some don't like Spiral. To me, I've never really heard anybody say, oh, that was an awful Saw movie. I've always heard, it wasn't as good as some of the other ones, but it was formidable. That's always what I heard. And that's why this franchise, in my opinion, especially now that it's back in the hands of James Wan and Lee Winnell, it can continue to be the juggernaut that it has been since it started in 2004. 2003, if you count the short film. Okay. Thank you for that, DJ. So I think I know the video that Destin uploaded, so I'm gonna definitely take a look at that, because me and him, you guys know we politic behind the scenes and stuff, and we share our ideas with each other's and stuff like that, and let each other know, hey, what we're going to be doing next, what we're going to be focused on next, so on and so forth. That is literally like my brother, like dead ass serious. So I'm definitely going to be checking that out here in a few minutes. I'm going to get through the rest of these comments, and we are going to wrap up the stream. This stream anyway, guys. I have a feeling you guys might see me here by the end of the night for another live watch party. I'm thinking about it. Don't hold me to it, but I'm thinking about it. I might just do Fear Street Part 2, 1978. I was going to save that for tomorrow, but I might do it tonight. Let me sit on it for about an hour, and I'll make that decision. King Matthew saying maybe Daniel wanted revenge on Hoffman for Hoffman being responsible for Eric being held captive and put in another game, which is why Daniel is working with Dr. Gordon. Maybe that's possible. That is all possible for sure. That would be fucking nuts, in my opinion. That would be nuts. I'm all here for it, as long as it makes sense. Excuse me. Quentin saying, I want to see more Dr. Gordon. Man, I hope we get more Dr. Gordon too. It remains to be seen, because Carrie Ells is at odds again with the production, you know, with the creative. I don't even want to say the creative. I feel like it was more Twisted Pictures that he had an issue with. And now that Twisted Pictures is no longer in the picture, I think we could get Gordon back for sure if that's the plan, to do another Saw movie and maybe bring that character back. Now that Blumhouse and it's back in the hands of James Wan and all that stuff, I can see that. I can see Cary Elwes being open to coming back for sure. Honda guy is saying, what are some good summertime horror flicks? It's a good question. I know what you did last summer is too easy to just put out there. So, man, summertime horror flicks, I'd have to say maybe like what is it called? Sleepaway Camp, Bloody Murder, the Bloody Murder movies. I don't know if you ever saw those. They're kind of like parodies and knockoffs of Jason and Michael and stuff like that. But even though they're campy and cheesy, they're definitely fun times. Summertime, man. It's a good question, man. Outside of the ones that I really just named, I really don't know, man. Like, because a lot of them are always set in like the fall and stuff like that. So, I might have to get back to you on that and see if there's any particular list that I recall for summertime horror. Every time I'm just being honest, every time I think about summertime horror movies, I think about I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's just so synonymous with it, you know? That's just how I see it. But in terms of like summertime feel and stuff like that, maybe some like sleepaway camps, maybe some like sleepaway camps, the Bloody Murders. If you've never seen the Bloody Murders, check them out. Again, they're a little bit goofy, they're a little bit campy, they are like parody versions of our OG iconic killers, but they're fun times, man. I enjoy them. Tristan asking, how did Sam knew exactly what Billy's voice sounds like when hallucinating him? Well, because I'm assuming, it's a hallucination, so she can hear him talking back to her. So that's how I would assume that's how that took place. You know, if you're talking about like without actually seeing him, it's her dad, and they kind of did take a supernatural approach by making Billy a ghost. So anything can happen in that world, in my opinion. When you go supernatural, you open the doors to even some of the most unexplainable things. Yo, what's up, Destin? I'm actually about to hop off here off the stream. I'm actually gonna hit you up here. I'm gonna watch your video and then I'm gonna hit you up because I might do another live watch party and I want to know what you feel about it and what you're up to and stuff like that. So I'll hit you up here in a few minutes, brother. And thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Saying, hey, my horror hooligans, it's right. At Val Janowski, hey, you guys, that's right. Hey, you guys. I fucking swear, it never gets old. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, also, maybe Wrong Turn. That's a good one. Tristan, I know Scream isn't supernatural, but they did take a supernatural approach with Billy Loomis's character by making him a ghost hallucination type figure. So, and they also did that with Maureen Prescott's character. So even though Scream isn't supernatural in itself, they've had supernatural elements take place for certain characters. All right, so I am going to read off these last couple comments, and then we're going to wrap the stream up. I'm assuming you said something else to this, DJ. Give me a second. Let me see. But I know that Honda guy said Hills Have Eyes, 2006. Yeah. Absolutely, for sure. Yeah, that is a summertime movie. Also, Wrong Turn, for sure. Paula says up for anything. All right. Well, I'm definitely going to get a hold of Destin here in a couple minutes. And we'll see what we can cook up if we're going to do anything for tonight and stuff. But guys, this was definitely a lot of fun. Saw 2 live watch party. If you guys come in during the replay, definitely shoot the stream a like. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And be sure to leave a comment after the stream is over as well. That also helps with the YouTube channel and the algorithm. I appreciate every single one of you guys who were able to attend for this live watch party. I love every single one of you guys. I appreciate the support. And keep an eye out for me because I might be on later on tonight doing another live watch party. So again, guys, this was a lot of fun. I'm glad everybody had a great time and we all enjoyed the movie together. And I will catch you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody, if I don't see you guys later on for another live watch party.